Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. This is Dan, and I'm going to play Rotwolf Control against a random guy because nobody on my buddy list is replying to me. The infantry, is it Dan? He knows my stuff. Should I know him? I hope he's not playing Affinity because I already covered that matchup. And I also covered Trinket, right? So let's just hope it's not Affinity. I shouldn't be facing Affinity Trinket. I hope I'm facing a creature-based strategy. I have yet to run into that with Rotwolf Control. And it's probably Simic Storm then, which should be a party. I have made some changes to the deck list, or actually I did them after discussing with Pauper. We don't need a stop in the upkeep, that's a trinket thing. Might be Muck. Muck is probably a lot harder than the Simic Storm. It's the baddest matchup, and it probably is. Looks like maybe it's mono blue Stormpost. But I don't have as many growth effects as a normal effect deck. So it might not be as hard as he thinks. We shall see. Chromatic Star looks pretty green, right? So we need to be able to kill fairies, so we will deploy a longbow. I thought I played Icoclaw Mir last turn actually, but obviously I didn't. Mir is of course a better play as it is harder to block. We have scored 3 poison counters. And given that we want to stop fairy shenanigans, we should probably equip somebody the next turn. Just another prism. So we are equipping. Anyone in particular we want to equip is probably the Listener Elf. Want to make the fairy thing harder to do. I'm adding him to the list as we speak. Dane 23. The list is poorly sorted, sorry for that. Okay. And yes, it's his turn. Now we're keeping Listener Elf open and we're gonna cycle the ticket. I'm a bit scared of what his deck can do now that it has stuff. How much mana is that? It's just 5. But he hasn't played the land. There's another Cloud Post. So next turn will be crazy. Research. And he still has the fairy mana. I'm not sure what he did really, but he did something. He's crop rotating for another Cloud Post. He has a huge amount of mana now. Another Sphere. I am pretty frightened about his next turn. I remember putting some growth spells into this deck. Right. Okay. We shall see in the sideboard. But I did forget to cycle the thicket. So I'm gonna do that now. But I should have done it before attacking. Oh wow. Yeah, okay, focus. Cycle. And if this is groundswell, then it'll be pretty bad. The curse are not that great against him. And will be sideboarded out. Wolf control. Here is the sideboard plan. And here I can't really ask anybody else and blame that I don't know the sideboard plan because I built this deck. And I don't think I built it thinking about familiar storm things. Thinking about temporal fissure. God, this was hard to do. It's only 9 in the evening. I'm really a morning person. But I think I just need to snap out of it and focus. This is me slapping myself. So, I also forgot to bring water. Okay, he gets some lives. That's not very important. He will need to do his stormy thing now. And he probably will. And I think he might have a way out of this. This is the Simic Stormpost deck. Or Simic? Is it really Simic? Have you seen anything really green? Storm count 5. That's pretty nasty. Storm count 6 and 7 mana. Storm count 7. That's an interesting thing that they added. Compulsive research. Still got 5 mana from the Cloud Post, so anything can happen. His storm count is 8. So that's pretty much everything I have. Yeah. The question is if he can do this every turn. But he probably can. Had I drawn any growth spell during this match, I would have won. And I play some growth spells in the main. Seal of Strength is the new card. Rancor, Mutiny Growth, Vines of Wastwood. I've taken out Groundswell. Because I want a card that protects the Rotwolves. So, and Groundswell does a lousy job of that, whereas Seal of Strength does a better job. So Seal of Strength on the average is a better card. Okay. Playing Glistener Elf Longbow sounds like the best thing to do, as he already has 9 counters. He's going to have to bounce it every turn, but I think that will not be a problem for him now. I fear. Four thermocasts. Sounds pretty good. It's really the question what I do take out. What I do take in. Out. It's the longbow isn't very good, but the corpse curs are the worst. Corpse cur. All the growth effects, they will help me kill him. Oh. Wall and flicker, that's game, isn't it? Yes, 11 mana. And with the flicker, he's... But he has to get back to temporal fission. He's only getting back one thing every turn, one thing every time he flickers. And now he's out of blue mana. And he has to bounce the Glistener Elf. Of course, Prophetic Prism gives a blue mana every time, but it's still... It seems like he's still running out of his resources. Ah. There's the Fisher. Is it the same Fisher, or did it... Was it returned? Okay, it is the same Fisher. So he has only 16 cards in his library. So he will have to do the... He will have to do the compulsive research kill on me, right? Or how do I die? Is there an X damage spell in his deck? There probably is. I'm discarding Forest, Corpse Cur, and a Mamba. He has 31 mana. Oh, it is Simic. Very nice deck. He's gotta have the Expel to kill me, right? I'm going to try out that deck because it looks awesome. And here we can probably see how Rotwolf Control is worse than a normal Infect deck. But I still haven't played any creature-based decks, and that is what I made here. Rotwolf Control is made to be an Infect deck that can match the control decks and have a better matchup against the aggro decks. Okay, so over to the sideboarding. We have decided we need 4 Thermocards. I think we're going to kill the prisms. I'm not sure. We don't need blessings. Or do we? Out with the Corpse Curse. Bring in the Nature's Claim. Is that it? The question is if we still want to have the longbows. And I'll try without them to see how that works out. So -3 longbow, +3 nature's claim. So let's see if we can disrupt him enough now. We have diluted the deck, but we haven't diluted it much. This is a very sad hand. It does have the first turn elf and the Mutanic Grove, so we are going to keep it, but we will need to draw land. He's having a hard decision. Yeah. Okay, Dane 23. He's playing Simic Stormpost. Okay, now I need to really draw a forest. I don't, but I draw the 2 Mutanic Groves and I will just use them now. And score half the points I need to score. Saving the wines for protection. Yeah, and just 1 mana now and I win. don't. Do I now have 2 Vines of Westwood to protect the elf? So I think he can go all the way quite easily. There is the issue of a blocker. Or a sideboard call like a Tricker or something. Will be really awkward. But it's still preordained. And now I'm not as sure if I win. He probably sideboarded in a lot of Moments Peace effects. Or not? Well, here's a Moments Peace. I know it's coming. Oh yes. Well, at least that will keep him occupied. Except that it won't. Doesn't he just have 2 mana? Okay, he has a Moments Piece in hand. He wanted those cards. I think I might be trapped in the Eternal Moments Piece problem. And I would very much like to have lethal damage on the board. So he can't afford to just miss one of them. That is not a very important Nature's Claim, is it? Oh, he took it. Okay, we are going to destroy a Prophetic Prism. But the idea was that I should have more Nature's Claim than he had Prophetic Prisms. But it's... I don't like the Prophetic Prism destruction plan. The question is what you can take in instead. Or do you really want to... Or do you just leave a Corpse Cur inside? Or a Blessing, perhaps? To circumvent that critical blocker. Flickeroo, flickery. Looks like he's tapping out again, doesn't it? No, he has 3 man in the Cloud Post. So that will work out nicely for him. Yeah, that will not look very clever. What will look even worse is when I draw my Thermokarst. which will probably be long before my second land. And as I have him here at death's door, I don't think I was terribly wrong in keeping this hand. And that I should draw a land sometimes during this game doesn't sound impossible. I think Simic Stormpost, it looks like a super strong deck. I'm not very good at the Temporal Fissure decks, but this looks so much more powerful than Familiar Storm and Simic Storm with enchantments. So I think this deck looks awesome. It looks like Reborn's deck, but even better. As the green component makes it very, very easy to draw many cloud posts. I wonder if it doesn't have any other creature than the wall. Think I'm losing this, but I am asking the right question. He needs to answer every turn, and if he doesn't, he dies. And if he thinks Temporal Fissure is the answer here, I will make him very disappointed. And he only has 5 mana left, so it might very well be Fissure. Which is of course a really bad play. So that will happen. And that's game. I have not out-yielded, have I? No. Didn't even target the rancor, not that it matters. And I won with 1 land. Whoa! Okay, we have now discovered that the nature's claims were really bad. So we're bringing back the longbows and the blessing. So what's this? This looks interesting. We play the thicket, play the Myr, play the Thermokarst. I'm not taking a mulligan here, of course. A cloud post, surprisingly, and then I will do a nothing play on my first turn. Which of course is not what I want to do, but I have to. And this could quickly get out of hand. Stormpost, Prism, Preordained, that's okay with me. Oh, there's the Preordained anyway. We are still on the mere Thermocast plan. But there is a vital component missing. The third land. And there it is. So that's fantastic. Wow, he only has 6 minutes left on the clock. I've taken almost no time. Oh, no time, I've taken 8 minutes. But the danger of the Simic Stormpost that you have to play really fast to not time out. I think I'm right to kill the Cloudpost here and not focus on getting more creatures into play. Yeah. So it's a lot of work for one poor little Myr. But he will get company in time. That should set him back. And now it's just Myr number 2. Back in the old days we would play the Mamba to avoid Echoing Truth, but I don't fear Echoing Truth that much from him. Alright, so this is 8 points of damage, but of course he has the Moon's Piece mana open, but that will be pretty strangling for him to have to avoid Moon's Piece, to have Moon's Piece mana. He didn't have it, so we are now lethal next turn if taps out. But why would he do that? Because we destroyed his Cloudpost. We need to destroy that Cloudpost too. I wonder if he can really beat us within 4 minutes and 46 seconds. And that's game. Right? No, he hasn't played the land. But what could that land be? This is just his death in so many ways. So he was right in that. Hello, I want to choose my attackers, thank you. Oh, lag. Okay, I think they're both attacking. And that's it. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan. I've been playing Rotwolf Control against Dane23, who played Simic Stormpost. Thank you for watching.